fans, this is your girl from Mel's Mat Chat, and this is your official AEW Revolution review. Oh my god! Shit that went down last night, and it was incredible. That was my WrestleMania. Whatever they're doing in April, it's basically just a show, Monday Night Raw on steroids. So I'm not going to be on here too long. I want to make sure that I get my review out. I can enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll be getting ready for the Fallout show on Wednesday. Now, I'm trying to also get Dark out there and Dark Elevation. I just haven't been able to sit and catch up on it. I've been so busy with my other life that I have with being an adult and whatnot, being a mom and everything like that, that I just haven't had the opportunity. So bear with me, people. I'm still trying to figure out. I really would like to get back to MLW and UK, but it is what it is, people. It is what it is. I hope everybody enjoyed last night, because let me tell you something, I enjoyed it. And I'm telling you, I keep saying it over and over. I was against this company from the very start. I had my reservations, whatnot, and you know what? TK has made a believer out of me. Wonderful, wonderful pay-per-view. I was highly entertained. We had some surprises, some people, something that we already knew of, and so much more. But I want to let everybody know that Vince McMahon can do this. I do not understand why he got rid of William Regal. It was like basically handing Tony Khan the blueprints to NXT. And are they going to give a shit? No, because he was a Triple H guy. Everybody who gets signed from AEW and was a Triple H guy, it's just feeding them, making them stronger, making them more entertaining. I don't know if you noticed or heard, but there is going to be a 2-night WrestleMania, right? So us fans are going to be basically, exhausted. Are they going to make any sense? To me, it's D-list mania. You got D-list actors and whatnot being in. Sorry, I was looking for my earplug thing. I'm not using my phone, so I want to take this out. Oh my god. Sorry. They are doing. It's not WrestleMania. It's wannabe A-list mania, and it's not happening. I have one match throughout the entire fucking goddamn 2 nights that I'm really concerned of, and it's where their only match that makes WrestleMania, because they're both wrestlers, all right? Because they're WWE World Wrestling Entertainment. First is wrestling, then it's entertainment, not vice versa, okay? I'm just... my heart was full last night of this amazing card. Now with the whole thing with Ring of Honor and everything that's coming out from Revolution, he Tony Khan is going to get all his ducks in the row, be able to execute the ways of to have his company where he wants it. I am I enjoyed myself last night. And for me to watch when I watch a professional wrestling event, would it be um WWE, NXT, AEW? I'm telling you, with the streaming service that there are they are rooming to be, if it's HBO Max, I'm telling you, those are gonna outdo Peacock. So I'm not gonna keep everybody long. I want to get out here and enjoy the day. And I'm sorry that I was late. I was on the phone with a doctor. Long story short, I have to get all new doctors. Fuck healthcare systems, you know? Lord, I'm like exhausted right now. So exhausted. It's not even funny. But it was worth it last night, and let's let's get to the creme de la creme. And I'm telling you, the buy-in was fucking crazy. An hour's worth of wrestling tacked on what we saw last night. Amazing. Amazing. I would like to turn on WWE and be able to watch that, you know? I would love that to happen. Will it happen? Absolutely not. But a girl could dream, right? A girl can dream. So, let's get this started. You know the drill. Please go check out Harry's.com. And seriously, I'm using it, okay? If I'm using it, I have no problem putting my name towards it. They have some good shit. I'm actually using their eye cream. It is amazing. It poofs it up. It makes me look like that I'm awake. Half the time I'm not. Um, Moisturizer is going to be your key. They have a night moisturizer, and I already have a day moisturizer, which I'm going to be including. Um, I have to add because I'm getting older. You can see the 40 is deepening in me. Um, I'm gonna have to get like some sort of serum, like it's this acid I can't say. It's just to tighten everything. I just want to make it feel so good when I put my makeup on, and I'm gonna have to start doing the the brow shaving or something like that. It's so that I can take all this fucking peach fuzz and go and delete it. So yeah, I am telling you seriously, I love Harry's. I'm a Harry's girl. My son is a Harry's guy. He uses the what is it called? The body wash. And when he becomes and gets a beard, or if he wants to completely be clean shaven, like there's no hair, or if he does want to go to the opposite ends, I got him covered. So go to Harry's.com and go check everything out. The razors are amazing. So I don't understand why you're not being a Harry's human being, because it's just an atrocity that you're not being a um Harry's human being. Go check out Maestro Classics. If you have a beard and you want to keep it on fleek, go check out Maestro Classics. They are an official partner with WWE, and they are just knocking it out of the park. And that's the other person that I will go to if my son wants to keep a beard. Which to me, I can't even fathom him with a beard. Okay, he's 16, going on 17. I'm having heart palpitations just by thinking about it. Do me a favor, if you want to keep heavily caffeinated, please do me the favor and go check out deathwishcoffee.com. And I'm not kidding you. Not kidding you. It is delicious. The coffee. I actually had it this morning because I was getting up so early and I knew I wasn't going to have too much sleep. So I said to myself, Death Wish K cup on the double. Also, they are into more things than that. They have a medium brew, they have a dark brew, they have a Valhalla brew, and then they have their gingerbreads, their pumpkin spice. I wish they would come out with like a citrus type brew for the summer, like a light, crisp brew. When you make it into iced coffee, it tastes really, really crisp and refreshing. Also, they have um masks and facial stuff too for that. Both ends of the spectrum. Also, they have chocolates. They have if you're camping and you want your death wish, they have these single things that with the filter. Go check it out. Seriously. They have cool apparel and so much more. So go to deathwishcoffee.com. Also, please go check out Liquid Death, liquiddeath.com. It's going to ruin you for sparkling water. It is delicious. I can't get enough of it. Okay, I can't get enough of it. It's delicious. I love every drop of it. Also, do me a favor, go check out ringsidenews.com and download their new and improved app on Google Play and iOS stores. Please, if you want to get all your information with just a tap of your phone, you got Ringside News. Go check them out. Also, please go check out Outbreak Wrestling. They're throwing a camp, and if you're serious about getting into the wrestling business, do yourself a favor. Go check it out. Go on their YouTube, go on their Twitter, the whole kit and caboodle, and get into a promotion that knows what they're doing. If you want to become a ring announcer, a commentator, a referee, a wrestler, even production they could teach you. Go check it out. Seriously. And it's much, much more. But disclaimer, if you are a fan, you're not invited. It's only for serious people that want to get into the business, okay? Don't be a mark either when you go there. Take it seriously. And there we go. Now let me get my speaks on and we can get going. All right. Tonight's AEW Revolution 2022 broadcast is live from the Financial Arena in Orlando, Florida. So this wasn't even at the Amway or the other one that they used before they moved to Tampa. It is Sunday, and you know what that means. Another great AEW pay-per-view. Tony Schiavone, Excalibur were the broadcast team for the buy-in portion of the show. Galaxy's Greatest Alien, Chris Statlander, versus legit Layla Hirsch. I am starting to really like her. It just reminded me of a real carbon copy or a wish a wish version of what is it called? Shayna Baszler. So we have Statler used a side headlock takeover on Layla. They fought outside the ring, and legit Layla placed Chris arm behind the metal ring step and then drop kicked them, smashing Chris's arm. Excalibur brought to our attention Layla newfound more aggressive attitude, so it's being more heighted. Hirsch applies a cross armbar on Statlander, but Statlander escaped. Statlander applied leg scissors to Hirsch, but Hirsch countered with elbows. They stood and traded forearms. Statlander blasted Hirsch with a blue thunder bomb for a near fall. Hirsch hits a step up hurricanrana, taking Chris off the ring apron and sending her crashing on the arena floor. Hirsch pulled a metal turnbuckle hook from underneath the ring and cracked Chris in the head with it. Hirsch followed up with a moonsault press for the pin on Statlander. Red Velvet sprinted down to the ring to check on Statlander after the match. So get this. So we are going to have Statlander and Red Velvet. I'm not upset. Are you? I don't think so. We have Tony Schiavone was in the ring to interview Kenny Omega. Schiavone introduced Omega, but instead Don Callis came out, and that's where I got pissed off. I said, you can't be doing this shit. I'm on a high right now. But I understand it. Kenny Omega, a visor, walked to the ring. Omega was nowhere in sight. Callis, were you expecting somebody else? Sorry, you don't get Kenny Omega tonight. Kenny Omega and I gave you the greatest world title run in history of this business. All while Kenny had catastrophic injuries, and I blamed all of you for that because the fans, sucked the blood out of Kenny Omega. No, I think he does it to himself. See, the thing is with Kenny Omega, he won't take time off. He will work through injury. That's the one good thing about WWE. If they sniff an injury, you get pulled off, you get it taken care of, and then you work your way back. Or if you're in the elite group in WWE, you just get handed back your spot. People have to go away for injury. You're not fucking Superman. You're not the Hulk, okay? It's going to be a great night for the elite because I expect the Young Bucks will win the AEW World Tag Team Titles matches tonight. And Kenny has created a group within a group. And if Kenny were here tonight, he'd be the one winning the AEW World Champion. But since Kenny isn't there, I know Adam will win, and he'll be a fantastic transitional champion right until Kenny Omega walks back through these doors and takes his belt back. There you go. We're off, and we're running for this feud. Give it to me, pal. Give it to me. I was looking forward to this match because I wanted to see how Hook would do under pressure with a pay-per-view type atmosphere. Hook versus QT Marshall. Taz joined in the commentary team for this match, which I'm glad he did. Hook flattened out QT with a reverse ankle kick. Hook tried for a freestyle bow and arrow, but QT grabbed the ropes. Hook delivered a vicious body shot and then a headbutt to QT. The cold-hearted, handsome devil has not ever broken a sweat, said Excalibur. QT connected with a cheap shot on Hook. QT tried for a pump kick, but Hook caught him and then exploded with a catapult with a capture suplex to QT. Hook hit a Northern Line suplex on QT for a near fall. Hook submitted QT after the red rum. So Hook picks up the victory. This is where it really got good. This was the main event of the buy-in. Okay? I was holy shit balls situation. And I am so glad that hopefully um, Eric Redbeard has been declared all elite, and it was the in ring debut of Buddy Matthews. I don't care. That guy, he's got a body that. If the guy was older than me, I would definitely, yeah. Yup. Licking, smacking good. Hmm. The Death Triangle, Pac, Penta Oscura, and Eric Redbeard with Alex Abrahantes versus the House of Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, and Malachi Black. Black hit a high kick on the bastard Pac. Buddy Matthews and Penta Oscuro tagged in for their respectful teams. Matthew wrenched back the fingers of Penta Oscura. Penta Oscura and Matthews had a stare down. Redbeard and Brody King tagged in and rammed each other with shoulder blocks. Look at the collision, said Excalibur. The House of Black charged intervened and it charged at Pac, and Penta Oscura Redbeard used a sliding drop kick on Brody King. Brody King flew at Penta Oscura with a senton cannonball. Malachi Black tagged in, and he and Buddy Matthews double teamed Penta and Pac. Tagged in and rocked Buddy with a soul butt. Pac got caught by Matthews, who DDT'd Pac through the ropes. Black tagged in and snapped suplex Pac. Matthews got into the ring and punted Pac in the spine. Pac fought his way out and tagged Penta Oscura, who cleaned house on Buddy on the House of Black. Penta spiked Buddy with a destroyer for a near fall. Penta got stuck by Penta. Matthews got stuck by Penta. Welcome to All Elite Wrestling, Mr. Matthews, said Excalibur. Redbeard got a blind tag but ate a boot from Black. Redbeard retaliated with a cutter on Black. King clobbered Pac with a discus lariat. Redbeard and Brody King traded stiff shots. King nailed Redbeard with a Death Valley driver. Brody King flew out of the ring with a tope suicida on Redbeard. Penta was looking for Made in Japan on the apron, but Malachi Black fought out of it. Penta landed a Fear Factor on the apron and tried to pin Black, but Black wasn't the legal man. The House of Black is so resilient, said Tony Schiavone. Black and Matthews surrounded Redbeard. Black wrecked Redbeard with a roundhouse kick. Redbeard struggled to his feet and attempted to chokeslam Black, but Black sprayed the mist. Brody Lee smashed Redbeard with a pile driver, and Malachi Black pinned Redbeard. They have resorted to the Black Mist to win their matches, but it does more than help them win. It injures opponents, says Shivani. The main card for Revolution 2022 begins with Jim Ross joining the broadcast booth. And I liked this, the way they segued this. They didn't go away and then come back again. It's just a seamless transition. So technically, we got an extra hour with 3 extra matches. I'm not to complain about it. It was great fucking matches. We started with the influencer, Chris Jericho versus Mad King Eddie Kingston. Kingston drilled Jericho with the half and half suplex as the bell rang. Jericho landed on the crown of his head, said Excalibur. He's out on his feet, clutching his head, replied Shivani. Kingston followed up with a hanging net breaker, once again targeting the neck of Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho fired back with a palm strike. Jericho rammed Kingston's head into the steel guardrail. Jericho pounded on Kingston's orbital bone. Kingston and Jericho exchanged knife-edge chops. Kingston DDT'd Jericho for a near fall. Jericho gouged Kingston's eyes. Kingston bit down on Jericho's forehead. Jericho brought Kingston down off the top turnbuckle with a Hurricane Rana. "This is amazing. How many things Jericho is good at," said Jim Ross. Jericho tore off the top turnbuckle bed. Kingston came back with a suplex to Chris Jericho. Jericho suplexed Kingston off the ring apron, sending Kingston splat on the arena floor. The fans chanted, "This is awesome." Back in the ring, Jericho dropped Kingston with a released German suplex. Jericho connected with a lionsault for a near fall. Kingston staggered and caught Jericho with a desperation clothesline. Jericho grabbed the legs and applied the walls of Jericho. Kingston grabbed the ropes and ref Aubrey Edwards broke the hold. Kingston came back in with a Saito suplex and another on Jericho. Kingston popped Jericho with the spinning back fist for a near fall. What a physical ass-kicking match we have just seen to open Revolution, said Shivani. Jericho grabbed Kingston with the code breaker for a near fall. Jericho slapped Kingston and yelled, "Stay down, stay down." Jericho wants to use Judas effect on the orbital bone of Kingston, said Excalibur. Jericho fired backwards with the Judas effect, but Kingston moved. Jericho instead collided with the exposed turnbuckle. Kingston applied the stretch plum, and Chris Jericho tapped out. Eddie Kingston won the big one here tonight to kick off Revolution, says Excalibur. Kingston beat one of the very best in the world by submission, replied Ross. Kingston tried to shake Jericho's hand after the match, but Jericho didn't keep his word and walked off. I can't nod Jericho. Nodded Jericho. That was one fucking hell of a match. Holy shit. I really thought they were going to thank you so much, Lance. I really appreciate it. I really thought they were going to give it to Jericho again. He put over fucking Kingston excellently. I can't even talk today. I'm so exhausted. For the AEW World Tag Team Championship, Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, Jurassic Express versus Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Red Dragon, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, with the associate stooge, Brandon Cutler. He is a stooge. He is a fucking obnoxious stooge. Holy shit. I swear to God, if I could take one of those cold spray cans and shove it up his ass, it would be perfect. Kyle kicked Jungle Boy's leg and then applied a side headlock. Kyle put an armbar on Jungle Boy, but Jungle Boy immediately grabbed the ropes to break the hold. Bobby Fish tagged in, wrenched Jungle Boy's wrist, and then tagged in Matt Jackson. The Bucks tried a tandem offense on Jungle Boy, but Jungle Boy took both Bucks off their feet. Luchasaurus tagged in and connected with overhand chops to Red Dragon, and the Young Bucks and Jungle Boy wiped them out on the outside by flipping over the top rope. The Young Bucks and Red Dragon showed off synergy by double teaming Luchasaurus outside the ring, stopping a mud hole in him and walking it dry. I added that. I mean, come on. Jesus Christ, you're going to give me a slow ball, I'm going to fucking swing. Things seem to be breaking down in the agreement between Red Dragon and the Young Bucks. Though as Kyle wouldn't tag in the Bucks, the Young Bucks hit a drop kick. A, the Young Bucks hit a drop kick running bulldog combination on Jungle Boy for a near fall. Matt and Kyle O'Reilly got into a shoving match. I think you can burn up that paper thin agreement between the two teams, says Excalibur. Luchasaurus tagged in and nailed the Bucks with tail whip kicks. He followed up with a moonsault press off the apron onto Red Dragon. On the outside of the ring, Nick Jackson spiked Luchasaurus with a destroyer. Luchasaurus got back to his feet and planted both teams with choke slams. Jurassic Express used the Doomsday device. Oh, you say Doomsday, and my fucking heart flutters for Killer Cross. Matt Jackson for a near fall. Yes, I said that, and I don't give a fuck. The arena erupted again. This is awesome chants. Matt Jackson and Kyle O'Reilly traded strikes. O'Reilly was almost knocked out of the ring by Jungle Boy and Matt Jackson until O'Reilly rebounded with a Nigel-style clothesline. Bobby Fish stacked up Jungle Boy with a suplex high on his neck for a near fall. Bobby Fish got knocked off the top turnbuckle by a chop from Jungle Boy. Fish fired back by kicking out Jungle Boy's legs. Bobby Fish retaliated with an avalanche exploder and then a driving headbutt on Jungle Boy. Out of nowhere, Jungle Boy dropped a shooting star press on O'Reilly. Luchasaurus went for the pin, but Nick Jackson broke it up with a 450 splash. What a war we're witnessing, said Excalibur. O'Reilly wiped out Jungle Boy by smashing the AEW tag title onto his head. Red Dragon hit a high-low Jungle Boy, but Luchasaurus broke up the pin attempt. The fans began chanting, "Fight forever." The Bucks are hotter than hell, said Jim Ross. The Bucks launched a BTE trigger on Jungle Boy at the very last moment. O'Reilly broke up Matt Jackson's pin attempt on Jungle Boy. Jurassic Express rebounded with a Thoracic Express to finish off Matt Jackson and pin him. And an incredible defense by the AEW World Tag Team Champions, said Excalibur. Oh my God, that was great. I've seen triple threat matches. I'm not kidding. They my favorite was AOP versus Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne versus Red Dragon. And that's when Roderick Strong turned on his partner, Pete Dunne. And I'm telling you, that fucking goddamn takeover was my favorite. That is when the Undisputed Era seized control of NXT. And that's my fondness of NXT. I go back and watch that on a very regular basis, and it warms my heart. It also hurts my heart due to the factors of what they did to it and where most of these people have gone. And now Tony Khan is going to reap the benefits of the spoils from WWE. Face of the Revolution ladder match. The winner of this match gets a TNT Championship match. This coming week, we're going to have, I think it's Scorpio Sky versus Sammy Guevara. The winner of that match will be taking on the winner of this match. If I'm right, I'm a happy fucking camper. The winner earns a TNT title match at St. Patrick's Day Slam in San Antonio on the March 16th episode of Dynamite. I was right. We have Christian Cage, Limitless Keith Lee, Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy, Powerhouse Hobbs, Absolute Ricky Starks, and Wardlow. Taz came back onto commentary for this match. Dan Lambert, Scorpio Sky, All Ego, and Ethan Page, and Paige Van Zant were watching the match from a luxury suite in the arena. Paige Van Zant is all elite. She signed her contract, and I thought they would do a big signing in the middle of the ring just to have a segment, but it never came to pass. Keith Lee caught Orange Cassidy and then swung Cassidy onto the competition like a battering ram. Lee grabbed the ladder and placed it under the brass ring. It looks like a fucking donut that you sit on after you got asshole surgery. Seriously. He started to make the climb until Wardlow stopped him and challenged him. Keith Lee climbed back down and had a stare down with Wardlow until Hobbs grabbed the ladder and rammed it into them. Starks and Hobbs climbed the ladder, but Cassidy knocked them down. Orange Cassidy picked up the ladder and used it like a propeller, swinging at the other competitors. Powerhouse Hobbs dropped Orange Cassidy with a delayed vertical suplex off the ladder. Christian Cage speared Powerhouse Hobbs into the ladder. There's no give in that ladder, said Taz. Starks climbed the ladder, but Wardlow yanked the ladder and sent Starks crashing and burning. Wardlow climbed the ladder with Starks, and Orange Cassidy is back on his feet. All 6 competitors climbed 2 ladders that were set up side by side. Wardlow and Hobbs slugged it out on the top of the ladder until they knocked one another down. Keith Lee launched Orange Cassidy out of the ring. Hobbs and Wardlow fired right hands at Keith Lee on the ramp. Wardlow and Hobbs grabbed a ladder on the opposite side and broke it in half. Hobbs took his half of the ladder and smacked Wardlow with Keith Lee with it. Wardlow shoulder blocked Hobbs, and Keith Lee thought the stage. Oh, blocked Hobbs, and Keith Lee threw the stage from the ramp. Hobbs and Lee are not moving a bit, says Taz. Starks climbed the ladder, but Danhausen appeared out of nowhere and placed a curse on Starks. Ruh-roh! Wardlow powerbombed Christian Cage while Starks went back to climbing the ladder towards the brass ring. Wardlow jumped up on the ladder and powerbombed Starks onto the other. It was like it was resting on the rope, and it was like in between one of the rungs of the, so it was like almost like a table almost. Wardlow jumped on the ladder and the powerbombed Starks. Wardlow grabbed the brass ring, unlatched it, and won the match. Tony Schiavone. Holy shit, that match was good. It wasn't as good as the North American Championship because nothing could fucking touch that. But it was up there. We have Tony Schiavone. He was on the ramp for a special contract signing with Swerve Strickland. Swerve, the real is back. I could go on and on about all the dream matches I'm going to have in AEW and all championships I'm going to take. But I have a question I'm going to ask. Whose house is this? Whose house? Fans, Swerve's house. TBS title match. Holy shit, fucking I am not worthy, Miss Conti. No, I'm not worthy. Jade Cargill with Smart Mark Sterling versus Tay Conti with Anna Jay from the Dark Order. Jade tried for a pump kick, but Tay blocked it. A second pump kick found its mark and rocked Tay Conti. Tay used a judo throw and then cracked Jade in the jaw with three pump kicks. Tay drilled Jade with a swinging DDT for a near fall. Tay Conti wiped out Mark Sterling when she jumped off the top rope onto the floor. Jade nearly decapitated Anna Jay with a pump kick on the outside. Anna Jay smacked Jade in the face with a steel chair. Tay rolled up Jade for a near fall. Tay DDT'd Jay, but Jay kicked out of the pin attempt. The champ is only going to get better and better. She's 28-0, and said Jim Ross. Jade walloped Tay with an eye of the storm for a 2 count on Tay. Jade landed a frog splash for a near fall. Tay spiked Jade with a pile driver. Tay climbed to the top rope, but Jade shoved her from behind and sent Tay's head smacking onto the top rope of the post. The Jade follow up with Jaded pin Tay Conti. No one has been able to withstand Jaded. Note Excalibur. Very impressive. 29-0, added Ross. Dog collar match. That wasn't a bad match. It wasn't my cup of tea, It was there. It needed to be there. It was there. Whatever. Let's move on. We have the Second City Saints, CM Punk versus MJF. Punk made his entrance. AFI's Mysterio Kantar and his Ring of Honor attire. That was a really good look. That was a good touch. I mean, after all, Tony Khan now owns Ring of Honor, so he can do that shit. Punk wrapped the chain around the ring post and used it as a fulcrum to pull Max into the corner. MJF grabbed the chain and yanked Punk out of midair. MJF wrapped the chain around his fist, wounded up the punches, Punk in the forehead. Punk was busted wide open. MJF raked the chain around the wound of Punk, said Excalibur. Look at Punk's face. It's a crimson mask, said Ross. Punk headbutted MJF below the belt waistline. Punk hit a Russian leg sweep with the chain on MJF. Punk followed up with the rising knee strike in the corner, and then a running bulldog. Punk whipped MJF across the back with the steel chair. Punk dropped his knee across the chain that was on MJF's hand, trying to break MJF's hand. Punk hoisted up MJF for a GTS, but MJF countered by digging his fingers into the busted up forehead of CM Punk. Punk wrapped the chain around Punk and applied the sleeper. MJF attempted to pile drive Punk, but had to let go because his injured hand couldn't quite get the full grip on Punk. MJF locked on the salt of the earth armbar. Punk rolled back for a crucifix on MJF for a near fall. MJF was about to hit the heat seeker, but Punk countered by planting MJF hard on the canvas. Punk wrapped the chain around his right hand and cracked MJF in the face with the Shining Wizard leaping knee strike. MJF was knocked out of the ring, and now he was busted wide open. Punk wrapped the chain around his fist and began to drop right hands down on MJF's head. The fans chanted, "You deserve it." No shit, he deserves it. Holy shit. I'm everybody knows I'm from Long Island. You would think I'm a fucking MJF fan. Oh, fuck no. He's a fucking goddamn douchebag. And I will tell you something like this. My cousin's husband, my cousin Michael, all right? And this is all fucking true. I can get witness statements from my cousin's husband. I kid you not. MJF was about to start wrestling, so he had to go do his first match, right? My cousin Michael wrestled him in his first match. He does not give up the shtick, the character. But what if he could judge it? He's a fucking douchebag, okay? So I am not supporting a douchebag, no matter if I love heels or not. I'm sorry, he's a disrespectful douchebag, which he doesn't know his fucking place, and he wouldn't respect people that are my age and older. Punk swung the chair, sending MJF into the steel steps. Punk wrapped the chain around his knee and tried again for the Shining Wizard, but MJF dodged it, sending Punk crashing into the ring steps with his knees. Punk signaled for the GTS, but Punk hoisted up MJF, but Punk's knee gave out and he collapsed. Punk reversed a pile driver attempt from MJF and crushed MJF with a tombstone pile driver on the edge of the ring. Little known fact, Mr. Punk was supposed to break Taker's streak. So much blood has been spilled. The referee had to get a fresh set of gloves on. I don't think I've ever seen that before on said Excalibur. Punk grabbed the chain around his elbow, wrapped it around his elbow, and went for the elbow drop off the top rope. But MJF rolled out of the way. MJF grabbed a bag from underneath the ring. He opened it up and spilled the thumbtacks across the canvas of the ring. MJF nearly knocked out Punk with a rising knee strike of his own. MJF was about to go for the running bulldog onto the thumbtacks, but Punk bit on MJF's hand. Punk connected with a high roundhouse kick. Punk attempted to go for the Pepsi plunge, but MJF fought out of it. MJF superplexed Punk into the thumbtacks. Somehow Punk is blocking out the pain to at least stay coherent for his game plan, said Jim Ross. Both men walking a proverbial minefield, replied Excalibur. The dog collar came unhooked from Max's neck. MJF shouted Warlow for backup. MJF was calling for the dynamite diamond ring. Warlow walked down but claimed he couldn't find the ring and he smirked. Mr. Warlow, I didn't really get a good glimpse of you when I first started to know who you are. But Mr. Warlow, hello, Mr. Warlow. My cougar power came out. Wow. Punk pulled back on the chain and MJF landed in thumbtacks. Warlow pulled out the dynamite diamond ring and left it on the canvas for CM Punk to pick up. Warlow walked off. Punk hits the GTS on MJF right into the thumbtacks, then popped MJF with the ring and pinned MJF. Can we say Warlow gave a ringing endorsement of this match? Asked Shivani. MJF wasn't aware that Warlow left the ring there. CM Punk to grab and Jim to grab. Wait a second. MJF wasn't aware that Wardlow left the ring there for CM Punk to grab, said Ross. That match was, let's just say, for the self mutilation and the gory and everything like that. I'm starting to get too accustomed to it because for so many years we didn't get to see that shit. Now we're getting to see it, and there you go. What we thought that this match was going to come out is complete the opposite, and the events that are going to lead up to it, we now understand. We have a new AEW World title for the women. It looks like the Gift of the Gods title from Lucha Underground. It's gorgeous. That title and the NXT UK title for the women. Yes, the NXT title needs a little bit of freshen up a little bit. You think? But I say that, and guess what's going to happen? We're going to have fucking goddamn spitting paint belt. And why did I even say that? If that happens, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. AEW Women's World Title Match. Champ Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, with Rebel and Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rosa. Britt and Rosa locked up with a tight collar and elbow tie-up. Britt Baker used a double arm suplex and went right for the cover. Baker rolled through suplex and right through the cover. Baker rolled through looking for the lockjaw, but Thunder Rosa rolled out of it. Thunder Rosa charged at Britt Baker, but Baker moved out of the way. Baker connected with a neck breaker on Thunder Rosa. Baker distracted the referee while Jamie Hayter interfered from the outside. Baker captured the wrists of Thunder Rosa and pulled her into the ring post, crushing her clavicle. Rebel and Hayter swarmed Thunder Rosa as Baker distracted ref Paul Turner. Thunder Rosa went behind Baker and hurled her overhead with a German suplex. Thunder Rosa followed up with a drop toe hold and then a drop kick to Baker. Thunder Rosa used a Northern Lights suplex for a near fall on AEW Women's World Champion Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Baker counted a double knee stomp from Thunder Rosa and the air raid crash. Boy, both her and Cole, oh my God, use amazing air raids. Baker used a pendulum suplex on Thunder Rosa. Baker put on her surgical glove, but Thunder Rosa hit Baker in the jaw with a running drop kick. Thunder Rosa suplexed Baker and then dropped Baker with a neck breaker. Baker countered a Thunder Fire driver with a ripcord to Thunder Rosa. Britt Baker nailed Thunder Rosa with an avalanche air raid crash. Thunder Rosa rallied back with a tombstone pile driver. Britt distracted the referee, giving Britt enough time to clear the cobwebs. This thing is really going back and forth, said Ross. Baker and Jamie Hayter tossed in the AEW Women's Championship. Baker curb stomped Thunder Rosa onto the belt as the referee was distracted. Thunder Rosa kicked out of the pinning attempt. Britt Baker went for the lockjaw, but Thunder Rosa countered with a half straitjacket. Baker tapped out, but Rebel distracted the referee. Thunder Rosa speared Rebel off the ring apron. Then Thunder Rosa returned to the ring. Britt Baker curb stomped Thunder Rosa and pinned her for the 1, 2, 3. It was a hell of a match, said Ross. We've seen Baker retain many times before by hook or by crook. And quite bit of a crook, said Excalibur. Crazy match. Women of NXT and WWE, that's the fucking women's match. Not the two with the. Do you understand? You went from having 15 to 20 minutes on Monday Night Raw to now having less than 5. And guess who's the fucking the person to blame? It's Molly Holly. Get her the fuck out of WWE. She doesn't belong there. The only thing she fucking knows is 5-minute matches. So why the fuck are you gonna keep her on there? The fucking goddamn Dusty Cup is the same fucking way. 5-minute matches. So now we're back in the demon. Let's just get out the butterfly belts. One could be blue and the other one could be red, and they're handed to it. And get rid of the fucking NXT title. Give that as a go, like psychedelic colors, and go to United Kingdom and give that the whatever color, red or the crimson gold, whatever. Because we're in the diva ever again. If I want to watch now women's wrestling, I have to watch it on AEW or even MLW. Even they have a better women's division there than it is here. Diva times 1,000. Fucking Molly Holly, get the fuck out of here. American Dragon, Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley. Mox slapped at Bryan's face, trying to bait Bryan into the center of the ring. Bryan used a snapmare and then kicked Mox across the spine. Danielson and Mox exchanged elbows. Moxley stomped Danielson down into the corner. Danielson blocked a kick from Moxley and took him down with a dragon screw. Danielson cracked Mox in the ribs with kicks. This is violent, physical as any match you'll want to see, said Tony Schiavone. Moxley bull rushed Bryan into the corner, but Bryan answered with more kicks and then a snap suplex on Moxley. Shades of the original Tiger Mask, once one of Bryan's inspiration, says Excalibur. Moxley dodged a kick from Danielson and then countered with a Saito suplex. Moxley had burst of power and then slammed Danielson onto the mat, escaping a chokehold from Danielson. Danielson and Moxley brawled outside the ring. Moxley had a huge gash on his forehead from repeated headbutts. Danielson returned to body shots with knee strikes to Mox's ribs. Danielson fired off a rolling elbow, but Mox returned fire with a King Kong lariat. Danielson back suplexed Moxley from the top turnbuckle. Danielson dropped hammer and anvil elbows on the jaw of Moxley. Danielson applied a dragon sleeper on Moxley, but Moxley made it to the bottom of the rope. Moxley reversed a sleeper and hammered down on Bryan with elbow strikes. Moxley wrenched back with an arm breaker. Danielson escaped, but a crossface submission on Moxley. Moxley scratched his way across the canvas to the ring ropes. Moxley was able to weather the storm, but can he do it again? Wondered Excalibur. Moxley stomped at the side of Danielson's head. Moxley grabbed a bulldog choke. I hate when he gets hit in the head. And I'm going to tell you this. I wasn't a fan of Bryan Danielson. I mean, Daniel Bryan in WWE. I'm a fucking fan of Bryan Danielson. I don't know what the fuck. I can't. I know it's the same fucking person, but somehow the way he's being perceived off the fucking television is, I'm a fan. It is what it is. Moxley is looking to slay the dragon, and Danielson is fading, said Excalibur. Danielson was able to sneak a triangle sleeper on Moxley. Danielson used to point the point of his elbow and smash it into Moxley's head. Moxley rolled back and pinned Danielson. Danielson was shocked that Moxley pinned him. They continued to brawl until William Regal walked down, managed to talk sense to Moxley and Danielson by slapping them. Regal ordered Danielson and Moxley to shake hands, the code of honor. They listened to their mentor and shook hands. They bled together. They fought together. Now will Moxley and Danielson team together? Asked Jim Ross. Yeah, because this is, they're going to basically run roughshod over AEW. We have the Tornado Trios match. Darby Allin, TNT champion Sammy Guevara, Sting versus the AHFO, Andrade El Idolo, Isaiah Cassidy, and Big Money Matt Hardy. I cannot wait until this whole fucking AHFO is done. They need to all go. All go. Have Team Extreme, do some deletes, and step forth. Darby sprinted down the ramp and charged right at Andrade El Idolo. Jose, the assistant, tried to get involved, but Sting rammed Jose's head onto the timekeeper's table. Darby pulled out a folding chair and placed a trash can over Jose's head. Darby jumped from the ring and rocketed it right at Jose. Andrade hoisted up Sammy and dropped Sammy across the ringside barricades. Sting smashed the garbage can onto Isaiah and Hardy's head. Sammy took out Isaiah Cassidy with a double springboard cutter. Andrade dropkicked Sting and then flung Darby into the corner. Andrade double foot stomped Darby. Matt Hardy turned Sammy inside out with a twist of fate. Mark Quinn came out of nowhere and winged out a chair at Sammy's face. Private Party spiked Sammy with silly string on the arena floor. Sting bludgeoned Matt with a steel chair. The Butcher and the Blade came out and began to pummel Sting and Darby as Isaiah Cassidy climbed the lightning rig, but Sammy climbed up there too. Sammy brought Cassidy down hard through the tables with a Spanish fly off the lightning rig. And holy shit, that was brutal. Butcher and Blade set up more tables, double-decker style. Matt caught Sting off guard with a low blow. Sting and Hardy brawled amongst the fans. Sting and Hardy brawled amongst the fans. Sting jumped from the balcony and splashed Andrade El Idolo through the 3 tables below. New Jack style. It was easily a 15-foot high drop. I'm telling this now. Fuck Vince McMahon. He could have used Sting. He could have gotten him cleared. And he could have had the fucking dream match that us fans wanted, needed, and we should have had. Trust me, if fucking goddamn The Undertaker did not resign whatever deal that he has, some fucking goddamn independent promoter would have fucking invested, got the money, and it would have been Sting versus Mark Calloway. And I am not going to go back on that. I'm going to live and die by that. Darby used a Scorpion Death Drop on Hardy through steel chair. Darby followed up with a coffin drop on Hardy. Barely he got him. And Sammy Guevara, Sting, and Darby Allin are the winners. We have the main event. Champ Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole Bay Bay. He came out. I love the motif. He came out looking like some sort of character in Halo. I'm not a video game enthusiast, okay? I'm just listening. I don't play video games. I think I'm almost 40 years old, and I think I found other things to do with my hands than play with a joystick, okay? And then the whole joke, the running joke was the entire time, oh, guess, spoiler alert, Adam's gonna win. Yeah, no shit. Tell me something I don't know. Cole rocked Page with elbow strikes. Page fired back with an elbow strike of his own, knocking Cole off his feet. Hangman used a short arm lariat and knocked Adam Cole off his feet again. Page saw an opening and knocked Cole silly with a baseball dropkick. Page had Cole draped across the apron and smashed him with a running boot. Page tried for a lariat, but Cole ducked and Page's arm smacked into the ring post. Cole dropped Page's neck across his knee. Cole followed up with a neck breaker. Cole hammered down with elbows on Page's neck. Hangman fought back with a pop-up power bomb onto the ring apron. He followed up with a moonsault to Cole outside the ring. Page was about to hit the buckshot lariat, but Cole sensed it and rolled out of the ring. Cole connected with a backstabber. Page came back with a Liger bomb. Page attempted a moonsault. By the way, can I have Charlotte Flair's attention? Uh, any moonsaults that had happened last night, please take note. But Cole countered it with a super kick, knocking Hangman out of the air. Page planted Cole with the dead eye. The fans is chanting, "This is awesome," and yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Cole lunged in with a super kick to the Page. Hangman was looking for a lariat, but Cole countered with a crossface. Cole tried for a neck breaker, but Page countered with a tombstone pile driver. Champion and challenger battered one another in the center of the ring. It looked like a hockey fight, but there was no ice, said Ross. Page shocked Cole with an avalanche fallaway slam off the top rope. Red Dragon ran down to the ring. The champ turned his back to survey the situation, and Cole superkicked Page from behind. Cole followed up with a Panama Sunrise off the ring apron onto the cold arena floor. Cole went for another Panama Sunrise in the ring, but Page blocked it. Red Dragon distracted the referee. Cole could low blow Page. Cole spiked Page with the Panama Sunrise and then lowered the boom with the running knee strike for near fall. What a match for the AEW World Title, said Jim Ross. Page attempted the buckshot lariat, but Cole countered with a super kick. Adam was about to lower the boom, but Page countered with a fallaway, falling to the mat. Red Dragon grabbed the timekeeper's table and moved it next to the ring. Cole was going to use the Panama Sunrise through the table off the ring apron, but Page countered with a deadeye. Dark Order ran down to the ring to even up the odds. Hangman Page. Page blasted Cole with the buckshot lariat. Page went for the pin, but Cole grabbed the bottom rope to break the pin. Page tied Cole to the ropes with his belt. Page hit Cole with super kicks. Cole finally freed himself, but Page lowered the boom with a knee strike. Paige followed up with the buckshot lariat to pin Adam Cole. The AEW champion retained this in a war, said Ross. What breathtaking night of pro wrestling action, replied Tony Schiavone. And we will see the entire fallout of this fucking amazing show last night. I was thrilled. I was happy. I represented the best in the world, the true best in the world in CM Punk. This is actually from last night. I was hot. I had a long sleeve shirt on. I was out all morning and everything. First t-shirt I seen, So I'm double or nothing. No question. No fucking question at all. Um I'm thrilled. I could, if I had the opportunity to rewatch this, I would have. I wish that my cable company would give me a code that I could try it, or when the streaming services come for AEW, I'll watch it on there again. But yes, it was a great night of wrestling. I'm excited for Double or Nothing. Isn't there something going on in April? Nah, there is nothing going on in April. No. You know what? If there is, I'll let you know, and you know the thing. And that is it. That's the end of the review. Thank you everybody who's going to tune in, that the ones that who have tuned in. Thank you very much. Please go check out the rest of the content that's on my channel on right now. All episode 231, all the rest of reviews and preview predictions for WWE. If you want to get into that, just to let you know, every time I do a preview and predictions, I'm doing the go home shows, so the episodes may be a little bit less. So just warning. So yeah, go check out my channel. Please do me a favor to subscribe. Turn on my notifications, and when I go live, you'll know about it. Please go check out my social media. Mel's Mat Chat on Instagram and Twitter. You could just put me in the search engine and you'll see the same profile in Snapchat and TikTok. So go check that out. And please, please, please join me this Friday at 2:00 when I go live with episode 232. If you are interested to watching WrestleMania, I will start getting you on the build to that and so much more. Please have a good day. And I will see you back here on Friday at 2 p.m. And that is that. I want everybody to have a great Monday. And we all know that this was WrestleMania and a month early. All right. See you on Friday. Love you all. Have a great day.